let's see what happens. We connect to YouTube and it says I've got an excellent connection. So, okay, sorry about that. Think of it this way, you've got a little bit of extra exercise. I will start the timer again. Okay, so if you're seeing this on YouTube, there was about 6 minutes and then we lost YouTube. If it happens again, I'm sorry, that will be all we post. Let us start with heel and toe raises. We were actually doing something different, but let's do something different. Yeah, I also said, and obviously if you've stayed with me on Facebook, you know this, that I was going to try out a radio mic this morning, but the battery was flat. Changed to rolling the foot side to side, so the battery is on charge, and hopefully from tomorrow onwards we'll have slightly better sound quality. Maybe. Let me know in the comments tomorrow, not today. Although you can comment on the sound quality, obviously, today. I don't mind. But it should be better tomorrow. We will see. And change foot, roll the foot, raising the heel, raising the toe. Roll the foot side to side. The interruption on YouTube, that's the second time that's happened, but I've got no obvious understanding as to why. So I don't know if it's something I can fix or something I just have to put up with occasional transmission interruptions. And go to the other leg, horizontal circles gently of the knee. Obviously the hip is relaxed, a lot of movement in the hip, some movement in the ankle as well. Change direction. Leg, horizontal circles of the knee. Change direction. Leg up and out to the side. You can, of course, allow the arm to do likewise. Change direction. So you're going up to the side and around to the front. Change sides, up and out. And change out to the side and then around to the front. Feet shoulder width apart, circle the hips. For those of you on Facebook, this is kind of the mini set of exercises that we were doing when the interruption came, but we will carry on. Change direction. When it goes ding in 8 seconds time, we're going to take a short step forward, change direction, but carry on with circling. So, short step forward, keep circling. You want to be loose in the hips and the ankles. There should not be a lot of rotation happening in the knees. The knees bending a little and straightening a little, but the rotation happening in the hips and, as I say, in the ankles. Change to the other foot and you can change direction as well. Nice and gentle. Quite small circles. We'll do some bigger ones actually. Why not? Not now, but in a minute. 1 second. Feet slightly wider, there we go. Horizontal, not horizontal, on the same, whatever, plane, yeah. I always forget, what are the 3 planes? Sagittal, lateral, and one other. Oh dear, I could never remember that when I was doing anatomy and physiology. And of course I don't use it enough to keep it front of mind. So the feet are slightly wider. Change direction. Kind of, I don't know, shoulder width and a bit. Shoulder width and a half. Just thinking if there's anything happening in the world that I want to share with you. No, I think the world's still turning, the sun's still shining, the universe is probably still expanding. Feet a tiny bit wider. Circles. Slow, slightly bigger. Nice and gentle, no rush. But try and work into the inguinal crease. That's the bit where the legs attach to the body, basically, sort of. Slightly bigger circles. Change direction. So just a reminder, we lost YouTube, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you missed the first 6 minutes and we restarted. If perchance YouTube dies again, 1 foot forward, the other foot back, both feet facing forwards, gentle stretch of the calf muscle. Yeah, if we lose YouTube again, I'm sorry, you'll only have a shortened exercise session. But fingers crossed, that's a computer technical term, it will all be lovely. Change feet. Well, I mean, keep the feet you've got, don't actually change them, but put the other foot in front, the other foot behind. Both feet pretty much facing forwards, gentle stretch of the calf muscle. Bring the feet in to, what's that, hip width, and then just gentle raising up onto the toes. If you want to hold position there for a second, you can. I totally forgot what's coming next. Little bouncy steps. I knew what I wanted to do, but I don't worry. Robert's getting confused. The trouble is I have, what's the word, an intention that there's certain exercises that I want to share with you regularly and relax. There's other exercises, circle the shoulders. We'll come back to the waist again in a moment. Bend the legs, sitting back slightly. There's certain exercises that I want to share with you most of the time, most sessions. And then there are other exercises like the set we just did that I want to share with you occasionally. Obviously, you are the master of your own body. Change direction, and obviously over a period of time, if there are exercises you particularly like, you can do them anytime you like. If there are exercises you don't particularly like, do less of them, or skip over them, or replace them with something else. That's one of the advantages. Other direction, and now we can bring the knees into play a little bit. So we are bending and straightening the legs a little. The legs do not lock out, even at the top there is a little bit of bend. But I'm coordinating the up and down of the legs with the up and down of the shoulders. Kind of the legs lead the way, the shoulders follow. Change direction with the shoulders. Unless you're one of those aliens from movies like Starship Troopers, where, I think it was Starship Troopers, where the insect legs bent the opposite direction, or some of them did. You can't change direction with the legs. Probably just as well. Okay, feet a tiny bit wider than they were. Turn the waist. Allow the arms to float around the body. Sit down a little, sit backwards a little. Tuck the pelvis under a little. But at the same time, and this I find personally is often the tricky bit, try not to lean backwards. Let me show you. So here, my pelvis is turned under, but I'm not doing that. I'm not leaning backwards. My body is upright. Keep going. So just resetting, sitting backwards and down a little, tucking the pelvis under a little, relaxing the arms and the shoulders, turning the waist. Keep going. We'll do 2-minute sets for the 4 loosening exercises that we're going to do today. I think there'll be 4. There might be 3. We'll see. I lead such an exciting and unconventional life. I really do not know what will be happening to me in 4 minutes' time. Could be one exercise. Could be a completely different one. There you go. Now you've got to stay around to see, haven't you? I mean, it's like one of those mystery movies on TV. What will happen next? And bring the feet in slightly. The legs are going up and down. Again, they never lock out at the top. There's always a little bit of bendiness, technical term, and the arms are just floating. The arms and shoulders, I'm just relaxing them as much as I can, and just allowing them to be. going. Keep going. If you look at the top of my head and its relationship to anything in the background, that gives you a small idea that sort of I'm only going up and down, I don't know, an inch or a few centimetres, depending on how relaxed and flexible your leg muscles are. You may be moving more than that. If you were, great. We've now gone to straightening and relaxing alternate legs whilst turning the waist, arms and shoulders remaining relaxed. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but when I'm doing this exercise, certainly at the beginning and sometimes during the exercise, I will make slight adjustments to my foot position. In particular, I find I tend to turn the toes in slightly, just a teeny tiny bit. It just seems to make the muscles in the legs bend and straighten in a more, I don't know, easy fashion, or feels more balanced. Maybe because I am turning the waist and obviously there's some turning in the hips as well. Maybe that has the effect of keeping the legs straight, in effect, to the angle that you're going at, Not sure, but there we go. Your mileage may differ. Obviously the important thing is that it should feel comfortable. Doesn't mean that you don't start to feel a little bit of, what am I feeling? Tightness, a little bit of warmth, a little mild ache in the, certainly in the calf muscles on my right leg at the moment. The left leg seems to be doing better. But yeah, a little bit of work is going on, so that's okay. Okay, the fourth one, feet out, raise the arms up, let them drop. As you let them drop, sink into first one leg, then the opposite leg, and turn the waist, looking away from the leg that you're dropping into. Here the arms are raised up, and then you just let go. If you train with me regularly, keep going, you'll know there are other versions of this. The other one that I most commonly do is where you swing the arms up and down, but here we're just releasing. And you can hold for a split second, or you can hold for longer. Entirely up to you. keep going. And as I know I've said before, when I say keep going, I'm often telling myself that more than I'm telling you that. And relax. Sorry, wrong circle. Upper body, circle. Lower body, fairly still. Change direction. Straighten up, bend the upper part of the spine, let the head drop to the side and the shoulder on the opposite side you raise up. So you're mainly bending the upper part of the spine. Roll the shoulders forward, tuck the head down, roll the shoulders back, the head goes back. As you roll forward, you bend the spine forwards. As you come back, you bend the spine back. Take the feet out just a little bit, bend, gentle stretch if you like, side to side. So this, if you like, is more a stretch of, or a bend, sorry, of the whole spine, starting much lower down than the previous one did. That's how it feels anyway. Gentle, but a little stretch. And then straighten up, forwards and backwards, whatever is comfortable. Range of motion, forwards and backwards, so a gentle stretch down, followed by a gentle stretch up, really, well, up and back. Not pushing the boundaries of what you're capable of, just working within what your body is happy. Big circles, circle the upper body. Change direction. Straighten up, opposite circles with, pardon me, with the shoulders, one forward, one back. Obviously, if you can't do that, take both shoulders in the same direction. Let the legs bend. Oops, there's a little bit. There we go. Relaxing the arms there, there was too much tension in my arms. getting in the way of the shoulder movement. And opposite circles with the shoulders, trying to relax the legs. Tiny bit difficult because I think even for me, and I've done opposite circles with shoulders for many years, there's still a little bit more thinking going on here in terms of getting that rotation happening. Arms out, if you can, opposite circles with the arms. If not, just circle them in one direction. Little bit of movement in the waist, perhaps to help the rotation. Change direction with the arms. Upper arms out, lower arms rotating, and do it both in the same direction. Change that direction. I try and keep the arms synchronized, so if you imagine the face of a clock, if one arm is facing 3, the other is. But you will see that I do lose that synchronization from time to time, especially if I'm talking. And drop the elbows down. I started doing it in opposite directions. Rotate the hands in the same direction. Trying to go through as full a range of motion with the hands as you can. No rush. Range of motion. So you're kind of stretching the wrist in every direction. Change direction. Not change, you should have changed. Stretching the hands in sort of every direction, up, down, side, all the 360 degrees of a circle is the idea. And relax. I think I lost it there because I was looking at the clock. Head in a U shape, nice and easy. Legs bent, sitting back slightly, etc., etc. Look to the front and then turn the head as far round to one side and then to the other with a gentle little stretch at the end as you can. Hands come up onto chest, chin goes up, chin tucks in. look forward and then raise one ear up to the side, then the other. By the way, I am slightly off centre to the camera, but if I don't go off centre to the camera, then the background looks funny. So here I am taking the head straight and the ear's just going straight up. It's not turning the head. And then chin forward, chin back. Chin forward, then tuck the chin in. And head upright, but moving the whole head side to side. Tuck the chin in, turn the head side to side. Let the arms drop, look to the front, and then turn the head around. So trying to look behind you, stretching the neck, and gently just pulling the shoulders back a tiny little bit. Keeping the shoulders pulled back, I should say, a tiny little bit. And then head in a U shape, nice and gentle. And give yourself a little shake out. If you were with me on Facebook, that will have been about 39 minutes. If you're with me on YouTube, it'll be about 33 because of the interruption we had. I apologise for that, but I have no idea what happened. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a super duper day.